Hey everybody, I'm here with Tracy. Tracy's one of my adult singers, and she's been studying with me for a little while, and her son actually started taking lessons with me first, and she joined in because she's a singer as well, and she has a great story, so I want her to tell you about herself and her singing.
Hi, I'm Tracy. My son Cohen has been taking lessons with April for almost 2 years now, and I was watching all the progress he was making and realizing that there were all these things that I wanted to work on in my voice, and I finally made time to do that, and I'm so glad that I did. I have been singing for a long time, but without any formal training, a little bit here and there, but nothing that ever really changed my voice or made me feel like I was really making progress until I started taking lessons with April. And I've always had this really big chest voice, and I could belt, but then I would get to a certain point and there were notes that I couldn't hit, I couldn't go any higher, and I always thought, oh, well, that's just my voice, I'll just never be able to sing any higher than that, I need to find guys' songs to sing. So I started to see what April was doing with my son Cohen, and that she was helping him find the higher part of his voice and to mix the higher and the lower part of his voice, middle voice, and I never really knew what that was. So I've been working on that with April for about 3 months, and I'm starting to see that I'm going to be able to have a lot of power there and sing songs that I never thought I could sing. And even though I'm not where I want to be yet, I'm absolutely confident that April will be able to help me finally have the voice that I want to have and be able to sing pretty much any song that I want to sing. I know I'll be able to sing.
Yeah, any song. A lot of people think that they can only sing a certain style of song, like one style. What do you say to that?
Well, I used to totally agree with that. I used to think there's singers who just were born with this gift and that they had this range, and that I just wasn't born with that. And now I know that it's absolutely possible for me to change the range of my voice and to change what I'm doing with my voice, so I have more control of it, and so I'm aware of how to use it. And definitely you have to be open to the process of trying to be in tune with what your body's doing and change things about your voice, habits that you've had maybe for years. You have to come into the process being totally open to changing what you've been doing and not resisting that change. And even though it feels uncomfortable, you have to trust April that she knows what she's doing, because she absolutely knows what she's doing, even though there's days where I just tell her, I'm so frustrated, or I want to cry, and she says, I know, it's fine, you're going to get there. And so, and I'll have to tell you later that I went home and I was working on the lip rolls, and then I think I totally figured out what she was talking about. Like, so on the day she tells you something, you may be like, I don't know what this means, and then you go home and you work on it and you figure it out, and that's how you are slowly like making progress all the time. And as soon as you get somewhere, she's moving you on to the next thing, so you are constantly improving. I really appreciate it.
Good, I'm glad you got that. Thanks.
Well, we'll see, right, when I do it for you later.
Yeah, and the one thing I really enjoy about Tracy is that if she doesn't get something, she'll go home and figure it out until she gets it. She won't go, oh, well, it just won't happen. But she will dig in and go home and figure it out like she did this week.
Well, what else are we here for, right?
Exactly.
That's what we're here for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what would you tell people that are adults or older, in their older years, and they're like, well, I want to take up singing, but I'm too old to do that, or that's something I'm so excited that I'm doing this.
You know, my kids are growing up, they're leaving home. I need some things that are all mine, things to do for me. And I think at some point I thought that my voice was just not going to sound good anymore. Or, you know, like you hear some singers and their voice is kind of washed out and they're done. And I thought, well, maybe that's happened to my voice. And I have to tell you that I am going to be a better singer than I ever thought I could be, and I'm starting this at age 45, and I'm super psyched. So I don't think it's ever too late to start doing this.
Right on.
Yes, yeah. I know.
Tracy has been singing, and you've sang with bands, you've been recording with your husband.
Yeah, I'm a songwriter. My husband and I write songs together and record, and I'm also really excited, and the reason really why I wanted to start taking voice lessons was so I could record in the studio and have more longevity and record longer. and also eliminate my vocal habits. My husband identifies all my vocal habits, and he doesn't even see all of them, and April sees the ones that he doesn't see, and he's like, you gotta stop doing that, you can't keep doing that, you gotta do that again. So I'd like to get to the point where I'm aware of my own habits and I can eliminate many of them, and then when I'm in the studio, then I can move through that process more quickly and have more stamina, you know, and I can record for longer, which would be great.
Yeah, and you're already making a lot of progress. I can push, like, I will push you as far as I can push you without freaking you out. But
or you might get a little freaked out, but that's okay, because in order to make big changes, sometimes you need to go, you know, you need someone to hold up a mirror to your habits and say, can't do that anymore. You know, that habit that you have, you can't do that anymore. You need to take a look at that, you know, and so sometimes that's uncomfortable, but you know, the things that we really want to learn and conquer in this life, they're worth it, you know, and this is one of those things that's worth it, and you have to be willing to dig in and say, okay, this makes me feel uncomfortable a little bit, but then I get it, and I'm like, yay, my voice sounds better than I ever thought it could sound.
Nice. Yeah. Awesome. So if you were talking to anybody on the street about singing and they were considering singing and they said, well, I'm not any real singer, I don't have a lot of natural talent, but I still have the desire to sing, what would you tell them?
I would say that it's all about learning to be aware of your voice and your body and learning how they all work together, and that working with April, she's really able to help you connect your voice to your physical body. And the more aware you are of how to stand, what to do with your mouth, all these, you know, by themselves really simple things that all come together to produce a great voice. And with patience and with hard work, you can learn all of these things and put them together, and you can be a singer. Absolutely.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really proud of your progress.
Thank you.
Yes, you're
Me
doing
too.
very well. And it's exciting that your son took lessons and you said, you know what, I think I want to do that too. Which I think is very cool.
Yeah. Yeah,
And you
I'm
didn't
super psyched.
You didn't take the attitude of, oh, well, I'm a singer, I already know how to sing. You
No.
wanted more.
No, because whatever I've done in the past has just been through intuition.
Sure.
And none of it has been formal training or with anyone saying, oh, this is how to do this. And so I don't think I ever thought, oh, I already know how to sing. Even though I knew I had a natural gift for singing, I don't think I ever said to myself, I've got this all figured out.
Right. Nice.
So
Any parting words?
I just want to thank April so much. I'm so grateful.
Thanks.
Yeah.